big issues, as you'd be aware, as a constituency member for the Vale of Glamorgan, was the Barry Incinerator. And this time and time again came up in the local elections on the doorstep in Barry, and there was widespread concern, in particular, around the need for an environmental impact assessment, which wasn't undertaken at the time, and that was allowed through by the council, and also the ability for the Health Board to do a full assessment, Cardiff and Vale Health Board, to do a full assessment of the health implications, given that Barry as a town has a higher than average national incidence of asthma within the community there. Would you commit to issuing a statement on behalf of the Welsh Government, because I think you're undertaking the duties of the Planning Minister at the moment, as to exactly what measures the Welsh Government is taking to address some of these concerns that are raised time and time again by constituents in the Vale of Glamorgan around the lack of an environmental impact assessment, and in particular an assessment by the Cardiff and Vale Health Board into higher instances of asthma and the potential effect that an incinerator might have within the locality. And above all, the role that NRW are now playing in assessing the licensing of the plant, where many people do call into question the ability and the robustness of that system to actually meet and address local concerns. And I would further ask for a statement in relation to how the Welsh Government is going to engage with the new Vale Council to deliver a Dinas Powys bypass, which, in fairness to the Economy Minister, he has indicated in previous correspondence to myself last year, he was up for working with the Council to make resources available to address the chronic traffic problems that exist in the Dinas Powys area that saw the removal of 4 Plaid Cymru councillors and the replacement by 4 Conservative councillors who will work night and day to make sure these issues are addressed.
I think the first question you ask, Andrew RT Davies, on the Barry Incinerator, I'm very glad, in fact, and indeed it is in my Assembly member capacity to report on the fact that I chaired a meeting last night, a meeting which was attended by a delegation from the Docks Incinerator Action Group with senior officials from the Natural Resources Wales, and I put out a statement today saying, which was agreed by all there last night, this was a very constructive meeting, in order to make sure the First Minister came to Barry, as you know, and had a very robust exchange with members of the public at his Carwyn Connects meeting, where as a result we were able to then move forward in getting an extension on the consultation of the environmental permit, and of course that extension has been agreed by Natural Resources Wales. What is very important and was discussed last night, and the points put to Natural Resources Wales, that they will and agreed, and indeed it is their duty to fully consider the impact of proposals on public health and the environment. And indeed, of course, there will be further opportunities for consultation on that, as they now and later in the week issue a Schedule 5. We saw a draft of it last night, which asks further questions to the company, Biomass 2, in terms of the concerns not only that the public have raised during this consultation period, but also by Natural Resources Wales themselves. So I'm glad I've had the opportunity to give that very constructive update on that very constructive meeting last night, and we indeed agreed to meet again, and I'm sure you will hear that from the Docks Incinerator Action Group. On your second point, of course, yes, the Vale Council, the new Vale Council, will have many challenges to face ahead of them in terms of difficult decisions, and I'm very proud of the fact that the Labour-led Vale Council the last 5 years actually was deemed to be the best performing local authority in Wales. And very proud of the councillors, the new Labour councillors who were also elected on Thursday. But clearly the priorities lie ahead and the challenges for the new Vale Council.